welcome on in to another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. I'm Terry, that's Nick, Bryant down below. And I wanted to give everybody a pre-warning. It is really bad weather where I am. There is a huge thunderstorm outside. So if for some reason I get kicked off,
it's your bail excuse. Got it. Cool.
If for some reason I disappear, it's because I have lost internet or power. And then Nick and Bryant will continue on the show the best they can. And that hopefully that won't happen. But I just want to pre-warn anybody in case it does. We'll jump right into the first game here. The Giants plus 105 are in Philadelphia, minus 125, a total of 8 in this one. Yesterday, when I was looking at these games, I was kind of surprised. So if I told everybody that I was going to be taking a strikeout prop in this game, everybody would say, okay, you're taking Rodon, of course, because he's a huge strikeout pitcher. But Aaron Nola, in his last 3 games, I'm just getting up the stats here, he has had a lot of strikeouts. And of course, my internet's being slow. Thank you, in weather. Yeah, so sorry. In his last 3 games, in the last game, he had 10 strikeouts against Atlanta, 9 strikeouts against the Dodgers. In the game before that, 8 strikeouts against the Dodgers as well. So each game, he's adding an additional strikeout to his total of the last 3 games. And it is a total of 6.5 plus 100. So he's getting 8, 9, 10 strikeouts. I need 7 for plus 100. It's pretty simple on what I'm going to do with that. So I took the over 6.5 strikeouts plus 100. And I'm also taking Philadelphia first 5 money line at minus 118. I like the way Nola's pitching right now. Rodon on the other side has been kind of shaky as of late. So I think the Phillies could have an early lead. And then it's probably smart to bet the Giants live because we all know about the Phillies bullpen. But for me, it is Nola over 6.5 strikeouts and the first 5 money line. Nick, Giants and Phillies, what do you think here?
Yeah, similar to you, my bet I took in the first 5 because I don't trust the Phillies bullpen as well. I took the first 5 under in this game. I like these 2 pitchers. Rendon, I know he's been struggling a little bit lately. But I see both these pitchers going out and throwing out a decent game. So I'm on the first 5 under 4 runs. I just looking at these numbers, both these pitchers have good advanced numbers with their FIP in the Sierra. So I think that we see a lower scoring first 5 and then probably a live over could be a decent look once these pitchers are pulled.
I like it. Bryant, Giants and Phillies. Any thoughts on this one?
Yeah. I'm really conflicted about this game for a couple of reasons. Largely, I mean, the reasons being I don't really trust the pitching staffs for both of these teams. When this season at the outset of the season, I was pretty confident the Giants had a pretty good bullpen, pretty good rotation. There's some guys in that Giants bullpen that are kind of shaky. The starting pitching has kind of faltered just a little bit. They struggle offensively at times. Yesterday was a massive sweat for me. Obviously, I had the Giants as my dog of the day, but I also had them on the plus a half, and that was at minus 115. It was very good value with Jacob Junis on the mound, and I didn't even realize it when I bet it, but they set like all of their main guys. You know, Jock Peterson was sitting, Crawford, La Stella, but they somehow pulled it out. But they struggled to get they went 0 for 4 with guys and runners in scoring position up until literally the top of the 5th inning. The top of the 5th, and they went into that inning down a run. But they came through for me. So that's 2 days in a row. The game before, obviously, I mean, both of the games came down to the fact that the Phillies bullpen just gave it up. And I feel like there's the value in itself. As long as you just keep chipping away at that Phillies bullpen, you're gonna have results. Me and a couple of my friends offline, who are into sports betting and stuff like that, it's pretty simple. You bet the Phillies on the F5 or you don't bet them at all, or you look to the other team. So with that being said, it's the Giants for me. I like Rodon. He's been kind of shaky a little bit, but if I'm going to get plus a half for this first five, with the pitcher that I think is relatively, close to Nola, I'm going to take it. There's a better value there. And also, the Phillies also lost Juan Segura. Was it Segura or might have been Herrera? I think it was Segura. Yeah, he's out with a fractured finger, so he won't be playing for a while. Yeah, I don't really see any reason to take Philly right now. They suck. They have the worst division than the Pirates, which should tell you a lot of different things. It's just there's just no reason there. So I'm gonna go with the F5. Give me in, give me out. That's gonna be my official play for the game. And yeah.
All right. Give us a 1-1 score. I get the push. You guys both win. And we're looking good. So we'll see what happens there. Now on to my favorite game of the night. Here, the Angels plus 160 are in New York facing the Yankees minus 180, a total of 8 in this one. What can I say about this game except Nestor Cortez? I think that pretty much does it. No, obviously I'll have more breakdown. Cortez has been great this year. In his last 3 games, he's won them all. He's given up 1 earned run in 2 of them, 3 in 1 game against the White Sox. 7 strikeouts, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk in the 3 games. He's pitching very, very good right now. On the other side, Reed Detmers has a no-hitter this year, but since then he has a 7.7 ERA and has not won a game since then, losing to Texas both times, giving up 3 earned runs in the first game, 5 earned runs in the second game. And now he has to face this Yankees team that with injuries is still finding ways to get the job done. So this was a pretty clear bet for me. My biggest bet of the night, my best bet, the Yankees the Yankees first 5 minus a half at minus 114. I see the Yankees leading early, and I see them leading the whole game. So I want to talk anybody off the Yankees run line as well. I have them in a parlay with the Mets, and that's about it right now. A player prop that I like in this game, Trevino. Trevino. He's been very good lately, and he's also very good against righties. Sorry, lefties. Yeah, Detmer's a lefty. He's really good against lefties. He's been really good the last 7 games. So if you want somebody for a player hit parlay, I like Trevino. Nick, Angels and Yankees. What do you think in this one?
Yeah, I'm on the same page there. I did take the full game because I do think the bullpen advantage obviously goes to the Yankees because this Angels bullpen's been terrible this year. And Nestor Cortez is someone where how many more starts does he have to pitch this well for us to say he's a Cy Young contender? Like this is someone that is pitching to a 1.7 ERA and a 0.85 WHIP. Even his advanced numbers are good with a 2.55 FIP and a 2.89 SIERA. So I'm expecting Nestor Cortez to have another good start out here and for the Yankees to cover that run line. So that's what I did with this one here, minus the 1.5 at plus 120.
Yeah, we're getting wild. Bryant, Angels against the Yankees. On the show yesterday, you were kind of like, hey, this might be a spot to kind of, and then still the Yankees just came through. So, well, your team is good with injuries. What do you think here on this spot?
I just want to. I do want to do a little subtle tooting of my own horn. I called it perfectly. I said one of those guys is going to get absolutely lit up yesterday, and luckily it was not Monty. It was Syndergaard. Helped catch the F5 over 4.5. So shout out to anyone that might have tailed that. I wasn't expecting what we got yesterday. I'm much more sure of what we're going to see on the mound today. I think there's a pretty big difference in the pitchers here. Ironically enough, they kind of have the same pitcher in the sense that neither one of them throws hard. Cortez is going to sit there and hit you with 90 miles per hour. He's going to throw that cutter. He's going to throw a slider. He's going to throw a changeup. But his location and his control is incredible for a guy that was basically in a trash heap like 2 years ago. He just gets it done, man. I love watching him pitch. He's at the top of my favorite Yankees to watch right now. But with that being said, I really feel like you just can't really bet against him right now. He went to, he looked good. Went to the Trop, handled business down there. I know that we're talking about the Angels here, and they have a lot more offensive talent than the Rays do, but they got shut down by Monty yesterday. Yesterday was their day to get off. Like that was supposed to be the jump off day, and they didn't do it. I think Cortez locks in again. He gives us a solid 6 2/3. I'm riding with my Yankees on the F5 minus a half, which I got at it's minus 125. I think that's good value there. I really think you can probably sprinkle something on the run line. I'm going to play it a little safe right now, and just do the F5 run line, just in case something fluky happens, like a little 3-run bomb later on in the if this is a close game and the bullpen kind of has like a little shaky moment. So I'm going to do that. But to kind of make up for that, I'm going to go with a little player prop action today. Gleyber Torres. He was our second baseman, youngster. He struggled a little bit last year. A couple years before that, he was phenomenal. He's starting to hit the ball really well. His OPS is back up to where it should have been, and what they expect it to be. You can get his over 1.5 total bases from hits at plus 114. I like the value there. I think you can also probably sprinkle that maybe on someone like Judge, or even Taylor Ward from the Angels. Ward's just the type of guy that gives Cortez problems. But I'm gonna lean and look at Gleyber there. He's hitting the cover off the ball of late. He's seen the ball really well. I think he grabbed 2 hits last night. I think he can get another 2 tonight. And maybe we only need 1 really if he hits a double. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm also gonna sprinkle something on the Yankees to score first, which I got on my book for minus 110. That's going to, single bet that. It's good value. I mean, it's even better than the F5 run line at minus 110. So those are going to be my 3 plays for this evening in the Yankees game. And yeah, let's go Yanks.
All right. I like it. What do you think about my Trevino pick?
I really like it. Someone was telling me that he ranks like second, I think, like an OPS amongst like qualified catchers in the American League right now, with the way he's hitting. So I don't know what to make of him. I think if you're gonna take it, you're gonna take it right now, while he's hot and he's seeing everything well.
Yeah.
It's good value there though. I don't, you know what I'm saying? You've had a pretty good run over the last couple of days too. So it feels like a little heat check moment, and I feel like that's good value. If you hit it, you hit it, and it's a great pick. But I wouldn't feel too bad if it doesn't. Especially like I said, he hit the ball pretty well yesterday, and he's been doing it since he got signed by the Yankees, or I guess he came over to the Yankees. So I'm not mad at it. I don't think I will, but I definitely be rooting for it for you.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, any Yankee player to get a hit is good.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Today. We'll go on to the next game. I'm hoping there's going to be a lot of hits in this one. Seattle Mariners minus 145, or in Baltimore plus 125. A total of 8.5. We have Robbie Ray on the mound for Seattle. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but I did predict that he would take a massive step backwards after leaving Toronto. And would you look at that? He has not performed that well this year at all. He's lost his last 2 starts against Oakland and Boston, giving up 7 hits, 5 hits, 3 earned runs against Oakland, 4 earned runs against Boston. The game before that, he beat the Mets, giving up 5 hits and 5 earned runs. He has a 5.01 ERA in his last 7 games. despite that, he is still getting strikeouts. So I was looking at his strikeout prop. He does have 10 in his last game, 8 in the game before that, 9 in the game before that. But because I am going big on the first 5 the first 5 over and the full game over, I don't really want to go to Robbie Ray strikeouts as well, because it's kind of against each other, but not really. I don't know. So even though he's giving up runs and hits, he's still getting strikeouts. So I'm going to talk anybody off the strikeout prop. But I like the first 5 over 4.5 and the full game over 8.5. Bradish on the other side, 6 earned runs in his last game against Boston in 1.2 innings, 5 earned runs against Tampa Bay the game before that, 4 earned runs against the Yankees the game before that. He's giving up hits. This just screams over to me. So give me over 4.5 in the first 5. Give me over 8.5 in the full game. Nick, Mariners Orioles. What do you think here?
Yeah, I didn't get to this game at all. The more and more I look at it, this feels kind of like a trap line. I feel like this is a game that the Orioles win. I just feel like that this line should be a little bit wider than it is, and I think that's the books trying to tell you that this could be an Orioles spot. Maybe fade Robbie Ray a little bit, but yeah, I didn't get to this game. I lean team total over 3.5 at -125 with the Orioles. Other than that, this was a complete stay off for me.
All right. Bryant, Mariners and Orioles. I know what a game for me to choose, but do you have any thoughts on this one?
No. Well, I do. Yes. I am on this game. I am a delinquent. I somehow keep coming back to this Robbie Ray train. I actually really like this spot much more than I like the other ones. Against like the Mets and Athletics, or not the Mets, but the Red Sox and Athletics. The Mariners are starting to hit the ball. I don't know if it's just the crappy teams that they've played, but nonetheless, that breeds confidence. Doesn't matter who you play against. They're seeing the ball really well. They lit up the Orioles last night, who basically went with a bullpen game. I cashed the F5 money line with my boy Kirby, who I've been pounding the table for him. I think he's pretty good. He showed up well last night. Looked excellent for the most part. I'm going to go back to the Mariners well again today. Not necessarily because of Robbie Ray. Actually, more than anything, it's actually in spite of him. I just like the Mariners to get enough runs to give him enough cushion that if he's going to give up a few, which I expect to be the case, the Mariners will still cover this F5 run line. Yesterday they were underdogs, so I got a lot better value with this particular game. Tonight the F5 run line is in even money, and it's -0.5. I am not going to take that, and I am instead going to just keep it simple and go with the Mariners money line -135 first 5. So what my book has it at, it's only like 10 cents off basically from the full game. I don't want to get into any full games with the Orioles. They are a sneaky team that likes to kind of like backdoor and like will score runs in abundance late for just no reason. I mean, and that Red Sox game has like completely scared me off of going full game against the Orioles, especially if the team is not my team or like the Dodgers, the Mets, or someone like that. They need to be a powerhouse for me to feel like I can trust them in the later third inning. So I'm just going to go with the F5 Mariners here, -135. Really, it's simply I just trust the Mariners offense right now. They're hitting the ball pretty well. Bradish has not been good. His advanced numbers don't look good at all, and he's got a decent strikeout rate. Walk or Ks per 9. His BABIP is kind of suspect as well, and his FIP is at a 5.57. He's going to walk some guys. He's going to give up some home runs. Let's hope the Mariners can take advantage of it. So,
all right. Yeah, I'm patiently waiting until my Blue Jays get to face the Orioles. You think being a divisional opponent, they would have faced each other, but sadly they have not.
Yeah, but you also got to think about this is the time of year where they sandwich in like all the other games because they front load it with a bunch of divisional games. Then you have like a bunch before the All-Star break, and then September and August, that's all you'll play.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to face the Orioles, not kidding. But no, it'll be good to face weaker teams for the Jays. But, we'll go on the last pitch here, and we'll go over everything else that we all have in the MLB. I don't have a lot today. Basically, I've given up all my picks. The games we went over. I do have the Blue Jays money line. No big shocker there. Ryu has pitched quite well since he's come back from injury. He's still giving up hits, but he's able to get out of it. He's been pitching pretty well. So I like the Jays to continue their hot streak in this one. I also have Nola, Cortez, and Robbie Ray all over 5.5 strikeouts for plus 147. And then I have the Seattle-Baltimore game, alternate total over 6.5, parlayed with the hockey game that we'll get to. And I have that under 6.5 for plus 102. And then I also have a player hit parlay, which unfortunately did not go on because of 3 walks. So that kind of sucks. But I redid another one here. Ty France, Alejandro Kirk, and Trey Turner. So Ty France from the Mariners, Alejandro Kirk from the Jays, and Trey Turner from the Dodgers, all to get a hit, plus 154. So that is about it for me here in baseball today. Nick, anything else you want to give out?
Yeah, I'm on the Rays run line against the Rangers with Jeffrey Springs. I like a couple first 5 underdogs with the Detroit Tigers and the Pittsburgh Pirates. A little plus 170 action first 5 with the Pirates in the first 5, looking to complete a sweep against the Dodgers. And then I got a couple Sox on the minus 1.5, Red Sox at minus 115, and the White Sox at plus 170, both minus 1.5s there as well.
All right. Bryant, anything else in MLB?
Yeah. I've got the Yankees in a parlay with the Red Sox. I know, crazy. I have them winning, and I also have the White Sox. So it's the Yankees, Red Sox, and the White Sox all in a money line parlay. The White Sox, I'm sorry, is F5. But anyway, that's one play I have. I have a couple of things that are going right now. I had the Astros minus 0.5. Still waiting for that to kind of manifest itself. I have the Braves F5 that I'm cooking on right now. It's looking good. Shout out to the Mets for cashing the F5 run line as well. For the rest of the evening, I have the Tigers F5 with my boy Scoo on the mound. He's starting to look a lot better. I'm gonna trust him here. That Twins team is they're a weird team, man. They're feisty, they're competitive. This series kind of gives me weird vibes, but like I said, I'm gonna take a flyer on Scoo. He's been pitching pretty well over the last month or so. Like Nick, I am on the Rays run line full game. I got it at plus 135, and that's relatively it for baseball. I kept it simple tonight. I have a bunch of these early plays, and the early plays are some of the ones that we mentioned with the Giants. Also, the Padres. I want to give a shout out to Yu Darvish. He didn't screw me for once. The Padres didn't come through, but I'll take a push. But other than that, that's really it for baseball. It's kind of a weird day for me, and also the impending rain potentially on the East Coast kind of scared me off a lot of plays. So I was like, all right, I'll get some in, but that's about it.
All right. Yeah, I'm hoping the rain doesn't really affect any games, but we'll have to see. We will get now to the hockey game before we get to best bets and everything. Tampa Bay Lightning minus 125 are in New York facing the Rangers plus 105, a total of 5.5 in this one. I asked Getting Wild, using the Getting Wild account earlier this morning, what everyone's best bet in this game was. 48.5% said take Tampa money line. 21.2% said take the Rangers, and 21.2% said take the under 5.5, and 9.1% all by themselves on the over in this one. I kind of agree here with the poll. I'm on the under 5.5. I'm also on the draw, and I'm also on Rangers money line. They're a dog that I've been backing throughout the playoffs, and they've made it this far. I do think the Lightning do beat them, and I will give out my series bets. Obviously, I placed 3 series bets: the Oilers to win the Cup, the Rangers to win the Cup, and Tampa Bay Lightning to win the Cup. So Brian seems really happy about something that probably just happened in a baseball game.
Yeah, the Astros just scored a run. Let's go, baby.
All right. Yeah, so you're muted, Nick, by the way. So
Oh, my
yeah,
bad.
that's it for oh yeah, and in this game, as I said, Rangers to win, the draw, and the under 5.5. So give me a 1-1 game going overtime, and a Rangers win. Nick, Lightning and Rangers, what do you think here?
Yeah, if you like what we saw last night between the Oilers and the Avalanche, the high back and forth, high goals and all that, don't watch tonight's game. That's the plain and simple truth. Now we're going from Mike Smith and Darcy Kemper to the 2 best goaltenders in the world, with Andre Vasilevsky and Igor Shesterkin in this game. And I think this is going to formulate similar to a pitcher's duel. I think we see very similar to what we saw last series with the Rangers and the Hurricanes, and that was nothing but unders, and more unders. And I'm pretty invested into that here. I got I got a few first period plays. I rarely do first period plays, but I got no goal the first 9 minutes, 30 seconds, even money. And then first period under 1.5 at -120, and the 0-0 exact score for the first period at +350. That was a half a unit play. I also like the full game under 5.5 and the Rangers team total under 5.5 as well. I see this as a 2-1, 2-0 type of game. I think if you look into the series and you take every single game to go under, or every single game both teams to score in regulation, no, you're going to make some money at the end of the series. So I expect a low scoring, tight checking hockey game, first period where they're just feeling each other out. So I like a lot of unders tonight.
All right. Bryant, Lightning and Rangers, any thoughts here?
Yeah, I agree with what Nick said about everything. I don't think I watched the game last night, the Oilers Avs. It was a good game, very entertaining, but I just don't think you're not going to get that tonight. If that's what you're looking for, this is not the series. It's like watching basketball or watching football. You go watch, Alabama run up and down the field on teams, throw the ball around and stuff like that, and then you turn on like a triple option team, and you're like, "What the hell is this?" That's pretty much the contrast in styles. But for that, I feel confident in the unders as well. 5.5. Nick nailed it. I think these are the two best goaltenders in the entire world. I can't really argue that right now. Baz is just a absolute monster back there. Shesterkin, fine. I don't know what was said to him between round 1 and round 2, but whatever was said, it clicked and it's stuck. And he showed his ass last round. So yeah, I feel like the under is it's the easiest play here. -125. You're getting pretty good value on it. I'm also going to level up and do something different. I'm going to take Tampa Bay on to win in regulation. It's +125. While I do think the game is going to be a slow, kind of grinded out 2-1 type of deal. These are the champs, man. They went to Florida. Okay, I disagree. I disagree, but the champs, man, they've been here before. They went to Florida. They've gone to they went to Toronto. They're not scared of environments, and as rowdy as New York is, I don't think it's gonna phase them. They're unfazed now at this point, and I think any jitters that they would have had completely gone. And they're nearing another Stanley Cup Finals appearance, and I think they come out locked in, focused, and they'll get it done in regulation. And I think at plus 125 with the two-time defending champs on the road when they've already won plenty of times on the road this season or this postseason, I feel like it's almost in a way like if you win, you're gonna go to sleep tonight and be like, damn, I just stole money from the books. And I mean, that's always a great feeling whenever you get into sports betting. It's like, damn, I stole money from the books. So I'm gonna go with that and the under. So those are my two plays.
All right. Well, I'm on the draw on Rangers money line, so one of us will steal money from the books. And we all like the under, so hopefully a low-scoring game. We'll go on to the best bet segment here. 1 second. And we will start with dog of the day as we always do. For me, New York Rangers. I think they are the only dog that I'm on today. So yeah, they are. So that's why I took them here. For Nick and Manny, they're both taking the White Sox, thinking the Jays streak will end. Bryant, what do you think? Any dog of the day?
Dog of the day? Yeah, I think the White Sox. That's gonna be my pick as well. Kopech is lights out on the road. I think he's like 3-0. He has like a 1.45 ERA on the road. That kid is a very talented pitcher, sneaky talented, and I honestly am starting to like wonder like why people aren't talking about him as much as they were talking about Cease.
Yeah,
exactly. I sat down and watched his last like 2 starts, and I'm like, this kid can go. Obviously, his most recent one was what he did to the Yankees. Unholy. It's good. He's just a good pitcher. So I like him there. I think the Jays are. I think they found their stride, but I think this might be a little hiccup spot, and they'll get right back to it tomorrow. So.
All right. Yeah, I do definitely like the Jays tomorrow, but I think their streak's going to continue. But obviously, I'm a fan. It's coming from the fan, but
I've got to fade Ryu here. His home road splits are not too good. So that's kind of also factor into this whole pick right here.
All right. Has he played any home games since he came back, or was it just road games? Because since he come back from injury, he's been really good.
Yeah,
but before that, he was awful.
And I think
that's the Jays on.
It's why it's kind of inflated. But I'm like I said, I think ultimately I got to take the pitcher in the better form right now, and that's going to be the young boy. So,
all right, we'll move to over or under. Me and Nick are on the same one. We're both going Tampa Bay Rangers under 5.5. I was so torn on to pick that or the Seattle-Baltimore over. So I took Seattle-Baltimore over 6.5 as my parlay piece. But I was literally, it was like if I couldn't decide. So I went with the Tampa Bay Rangers under as my over-under. Manny took San Francisco, Philadelphia over 8 as his over-under. Bryant, any over-unders that you like today?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm gonna have to hop back on. I'm gonna have to hop on the train too. I feel the most confident about that under in the Rangers and the Lightning more than anything else. I guess my second place choice would have been the Rangers. I just think the Rays come out and batter John Gray, but I'm also not entirely sure if they get enough runs from the Rangers to get it over. So. I'm just gonna stick with one of my official plays, and that's the Rangers or the New York Rangers and the Tampa Bay Lightning under 5.5. So we'll all sweat that out together.
Yeah, we will. Best bets, best parlay pieces. For me, it's the Yankees first 5 run line -114. Go Yankees. My best parlay piece, as I said before, Seattle Baltimore over 6.5. And if you're looking for, I wouldn't talk anybody off taking even alternate over 9.5 if you wanted better money. But for a parlay, I would take the over 6.5. Nick, you're going with Tampa Bay, New York Rangers, first period under 0.5. So basically a 0-0 game after the first, plus 350. And you're taking Yankees money line as your parlay piece. Manny is taking the Tampa Bay Rays money line as his best bet. Tampa Bay Lightning money line as his parlay piece. Bryant, what are you thinking here for best bet, best parlay piece?
Yeah, my best parlay piece is the Yankees money line. I cannot, and there's no way in hell I am hopping back on that Dodgers train as long as they play the Pirates this year. They're 1-5 against them. They burnt me the last 2 nights. Pretty much cost me roughly about $400 because they couldn't cover on the run line. So I'm very far away from them for the foreseeable future, especially as long as they play the Pirates. My best bet for the day is going to be the Golden State Warriors. First quarter.
That's tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow? I thought it was tonight.
Yes, tomorrow.
Oh, crap. Oh, man. Well, okay then. Give me a brief second to go and relook at some things real quick. You know what? We'll keep it simple. I'm just gonna go with the Yankees. I'm gonna go with that Yankees to score first, -110. Feel really confident that they'll get the Detmers. Like I said, at -110, you still get really good value there. I'd like them to probably get it in the first inning. Don't make sure we don't have to sweat. But yeah, I did not know that. I was tripping. I was excited as hell for the finals tonight, man. Thanks, Nick, for ruining my day.
No,
isn't Nick great at that?
I saved you from your Golden State play when Boston wins tomorrow.
They're not winning tomorrow. I had the first quarter, so I didn't care if we won the full game. I was going to go with the first quarter. I'm going to stick with it. It's the first quarter -1.
All right. And that is the show. Best luck to everybody tonight. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the content, smash the like button. We appreciate all the support. And we'll see you again tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, for another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. Have a good one, guys.